There we go.
Yeah. That's
Look at that.
well, maybe tilt the head down a little bit there.
I'm not tilting the head.
Well, just you're all head. You gotta,
Well, I'm bare ass, so.
There you are. Yeah. There you go. Something like that. Fantastic.
Oh.
All right. Well, you made it. How was your day?
Torture.
What'd you do?
Well, I opened the mail I got yesterday because I had to wait a day. And then, of course, one of those mail letters was PayPal. Someone had hacked me about 5 months ago, and they said, well, geez, you still owe one. I said, that wasn't a good way to start. But I called the lady. She goes, no, you don't. They're going to investigate it again. They said I benefited from the purchases. That was one of the choices. So I said, no, that wasn't.
What do you mean you benefited from the purchase?
That's what I said. So she did. I said, no, I thought it was my son's. I thought it was mine. I don't have a PayPal account, so they'll be all right. But it wasn't a good, it was $9,813 that somebody went ahead buying. They made up, part of my information on it.
Well, I thought, wait, it happened again? They got your information?
No.
9,000 was the total?
Yeah. So they, this happened in October, November, December. And then I got a letter February 17th, and I told them, I said, no, it's not me. And then I wrote down everybody's name, and she said, your son just called the same day. Marie, remember you? Yeah, exactly. So I said, I don't know. So it's progressing all right. It'll be all right.
So you had a good day. You had a pretty good day there.
What was good about that? What was good about that?
Figured I'd ask.
Yeah. I would have had somebody say they want to buy the condo on Gulf Shore Boulevard. That would have been better.
That would have been better.
Yeah, but it was fine.
Yeah. You were on hold a while? How do you deal with it?
It was good. No, it was good. No. It was good. No, I know I have a speakerphone, so I put it on speaker. And no, it was good. They were very good. Everything's recorded, as they said. But no, I was pleased with the customer service. And
Did you take the survey afterwards?
They didn't ask me that part.
No survey.
No survey. Yeah. No survey. But so it was good. And then I went off and let's see, I had to go ahead and go to the bank, pay the mortgage, through the tube, and I did that. And then I had to go to another bank to make a deposit, and you can't go inside. And I had rolled coin. So I said, I don't want to put this in the thing.
In the chute.
It'll be a shoot show. So I didn't. So I drove around again and went right to the window where the drawer pops out. And the lady took it out for me. $82.50. Thank you.
$82 in coins you had?
Yeah. Pennies and coins. Yeah, quarters.
Jeez.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. A lot of people do.
Well, yeah. But I didn't. And so you sat and you rolled $82 worth.
Well, I am 65 and a little bored, so I find things to do. Yeah,
That's pretty.
Yeah. It was about a 2-hour job. If you take it to the supermarket or the bank, they charge you 20%.
Yeah. 20% of 82 as well. It's
right.
$1.60.
No, $20. It's like almost $20.
Yeah. Rip off. Yeah.
Maybe I should
private
just
school
fly.
Education.
Maybe I should fly up there instead rather than doing this. Do you think we could get it all over with?
You'd be dead in a week. Everybody's dying up here, so I
no,
it's not a great place at the moment.
It's a bad habit.
Yeah. So now you have a shitload of questions came in. Like I reached out and you got a lot of questions.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna now some of it I don't really know who asked the question. you know, you had
Always know the source. Oh, okay.
well, you had one. It just says to Pops, "What up, big dick player?" So I'm not sure what that is. That's not really much of a question, but
No.
what somebody wrote.
Right.
wrote that.
Right.
So you got to be okay
Right.
with that because there's a lot of spam on the internet. So what up, big dick
Yes.
player? You got that
Okay.
question
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
Life is good.
Life is good. Yeah.
Yes. That's his answer. Next.
Yeah. Next is okay. So this was pretty good. This one came from Kevin Montoya. He said.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He said, what was empty nest like? So after the kids moved out, how was that?
Thrilling. Thrilling.
Okay.
Party 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it was. I just always had to keep scheduled and keep moving. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just couldn't. Wallow or drag myself out of it. I had to just keep on, being on a schedule and a routine. Go to places where people would recognize me. Hi Hawaii, and really that's how. Always staying in touch with the children, but I experienced that during the times that you'd be away during the your college years or even during the the transition years or the custody years and things. So I learned my limits and my weaknesses. So I realized, I said, well, that's why I got the office in Tewksbury there. It just kept me structured and so forth. So I didn't become a blob, so that was a good question, but yeah.
It was Kevin. That was Kevin.
And I was friends with neighbors, so I'd shoot the shit with neighbors and do things like that. So that really made a difference. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about a time where you made a complete fool out of yourself. So a little transition there, but this one came from Sierra. She wanted to know when you made a complete fool out of yourself.
I kind of thought it was funny. Well, there've been, several, where, I think probably the worst one was, I don't know if this is the forum for it, but, Jay Lenahan never forgives me for this, but when I was in, high school and, coming home on the bus, from Bishop Girton, we'd drive between like two cemeteries, like around 3 o'clock over there at Edson Cemetery, and there was a funeral going on, and I don't know, and I yelled out the window, I didn't know he was sick. Jesus Christ! The bus driver, pulled over up at the corner. I said, yeah. Long time digging out of that one. I was cock-blocked. Jesus. Yeah, and the whole congregation looks over at the bus going by. It was awful. Yeah, I regret it. I thought it was kind of funny. And then there were a couple of others, but that's a good one to kind of like get that question off the mark. But there have been fun. But for the most part, without question, I think I've been pretty fun and entertaining and easygoing with everyone I encounter. So, sometimes my timing is a little bit off by saying something that's really, but not all that often. Usually I say things that loosen the audience or the people around us. Just kind of not self-deprecating sort of commentary, but you just kind of like you observe something in a split second and comment on it in a nice way, and you try not to say things, as I've learned, over the years. You could say something about the situation, but not mean or directed towards anyone.
So what was the time you did that?
Oh, you know.
How about with us? How about with the kids? Like,
Well,
when was a time?
well, we were going out when I was with Letraset. We were in St. Croix, and we were going to dinner, and Letraset was a lot of fun. And I was in my younger 20s, and they kind of put me in charge of, don't know why, but they kind of put me in charge of, the van. There were two vans. And so I was, in the back seat of a big, 9-passenger van. And then I mooned the van behind us. And they were out of their mind. When we got to the restaurant, they were out of their mind. And a girl, Karen from Texas, she goes, "You even had pimples on your ass." So yeah, and then we got to the restaurant, and then I go to the maitre d'. I said, my name's Frank Duggan with Letraset. We're here. I've got 9 people with us, and the other 9 were going to the other part of the restaurant. And the guy said, he goes, well, my name's Frank Duggan. And then the other 8 are looking at me saying they think that I've made all this stuff up. And he was Frank Duggan from Wellesley, Mass. He was a year ahead of me at UMass. We exchanged IDs, and now that restaurant in St. Croix is called Duggan's. Yeah.
All for showing your ass.
No, well, it wasn't. Yeah, so
pretty good.
You couldn't do that today.
Well.
Well, no, I mean, it was silly. Yeah, I'd be gone.
Yeah. All right. So what's when we're rounding it out here? We're rounding it out. So what's the what's one of the best memories you spent with me? Good, bad, or sentimental? All work. This is from Sierra.
Doesn't Sierra have a job? All she's doing is writing questions all day long.
25 million don't have a job right now, so it's a little, including you. So I mean, what the hell?
What?
Unless they want to buy a house, yeah.
Or a condo, yeah.
Yeah, Mary Weir just checked in. She may be looking for a house.
There you go. Quite frankly, many things. Being a parent is the most favorite thing I've ever done and continue to do. And, I'm glad that we've been involved and had no separation like some families do. We've been consistent for forever, and that's been good. It's been effortless, really. Both of your children's behavior, came to me, good, bad, or different during times that I could handle it. And so therefore, nothing was too much for me to handle, and I think handle in a good way. If I think back on it now, you just kind of shake your head, how do you do it? But it just did. So it is. I'm very faith-based. I think probably, one of my favorites, was, we had the Immaculate Conception picnic, and I was on the board there, at the parish and the school and things like that. We had it out at St. Francis Seminary out there on River Road, and they had like a carnival sort of stuff. It was in September, so it's a little chilly, and I had you wore like maroon burgundy corduroys, and it was good. It was you and your sister. And, it gets dark a little earlier, so it's time to go. And, getting you to go, time to go was always a 2 or 3 question sort of like movement. And then finally, I say, let's go. And Mary Kate and I are about, 30 steps ahead of you, and I turn around and I don't see you. And then you're like, now you've climbed into the top of the little ladder of the dunk tank that they had there for, the dunk and the priest and things like that, for $1 a hit and things like that. And then I said, no. And you fell into the dunk tank. then of course, now the crowd stops there while leaving. So now I got to take you out of the dunk tank. And I drag you, don't drag you, that would have been abuse, but I take you over to the car, and I have to take your pants off in the parking lot because the burgundy colored bled through and your legs were all maroon. They were all burgundy. Your legs. Then I had to go home, and it's a Sunday. Now I got to scrub you to death to get that color off, and you had school the next morning.
Yeah, you left me in the garage.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. I've got, other anecdotal things with your sister, her drivability, she has more curbs than the Granite State, guy in a lot of that side right front tire. I've replaced more of those tires than Goodyear. But it's all good stories, honestly.
Yeah.
And the thing that I shared with other people, I said, we've all had different, look on paper here and there and see look what we've done with it. But no one ever really got involved heavily in drugs. And I think that has been a God blessing, because I've seen it just, it's people that we know that you even played Little League with are dead from drugs, or how it's ripped apart families. And that was really, that was really owned by your own self-discipline. People can experiment and things like that, but neither one of you ever got involved with. And if you look on paper, you'd think that, oh my God, you'd be, down Lucy Larkin Park, but that wasn't the case. So I'm very thankful and blessed of that.
Well, I guess I should probably tell you now then.
Well, yeah, but I could tell.
No, I'm kidding. No.
I could tell. I could tell. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm teasing.
Yes, I know you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was good. That's it. That was 15 minutes. You did great. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were perky subjects too. We could get a little more.
Well, these are all the questions people are asking.
Jesus.
They're like, tell us about when you made a fool out of yourself. You won a free iPhone apparently from one of these spammed accounts. Congrats on a new iPhone. Another company, Aquincia. Discover the world of Aquincia. Have a look. We didn't get you got like 70 questions from Kevin Montoya.
Great.
Marriage, what's the deal? What's been the biggest regret so far in your life? What's it like?
Biggest regret? I saw that question and I thought about it, and I have none.
Oh, there you go.
You have experiences that sometimes did not go the way that you kind of thought they were going to go. But I think looking forward, enjoying the present, but looking forward is the only way to go. You can bring up some of your past just for historical boundaries. But as far as going, looking back, sorry. Yeah, looking up my can, it was empty. Yeah, no. But those things, I mean, to me, you can't look around and carry any regrets. Well, geez, I wish I went to Holy Cross rather than UMass. That was my brother Bobby's regret. My brother John kind of wished that maybe he went to a 4-year school or he studied hard in college. That was, his regret. I think Mary Ann's was that she wished she was able to have children, and that was kind of the way God had it. It just kind of did. Jimmy, I don't know well enough. I think I think he kind of wished that he made the restaurant bar business go well. But I can't speak for other people. That's just my 10 cents worth, and I could be a million miles away off that. But so happy life, and now I have a happy wife, so it's perfect.
You did all right.
Yes.
All right, so we'll close with this. Mary keeps texting this one. So Mary, where she's works out at the office there, but not obviously in the office. I don't think you haven't met her yet. But it says, "What's your favorite quality about Fran?" So about myself, which you can have a little humor with it, but yeah.
His caring.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
You,
Perfect.
you
That
care,
was easy. Yeah.
you care about everybody.
Yeah.
You care about everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
From the lady in the supermarket to the homeless guy along the street to how I'm doing, to how your sister's doing, to how work people do. You care about everybody.
Mhm.
Right? You do. You do. So,
Yeah.
so it's
That's
a
nice.
lovely quality. So I love you for it. I
Yeah.
love you
Thank you.
for it.
I love you too.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
Pretty good. We
All
went
right.
a little over time. Wanted to just do 10 minutes here.
Okay.
But,
Well, we could edit it. You know, get some of the-
Miazi wanted us to cut it back. He said it was getting a little long.
It was getting a little long. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could fit it. We could fast forward
Yeah. Watch it on fast. So,
because
all
you
right.
have a lot of pause. Okay. All right.
You did great.
I'll see you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I
everything.
love
All
you.
right. Thanks. I love you. I'll
Yeah,
see you.
yeah.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Off.
There you go.